everyone, Kate here from Maybe Tennis. Hope you guys are doing great today. Today we are going to tackle a shoe review. Now I'm very excited to get into this one as these are two very new popular shoes. But before we get into this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. We're on our way to 10,000 subs. It really does mean a lot to us. So please subscribe if you like or are enjoying our content. So today we have the Nike GP Challenge Pro and Nike GP Challenge 1. These are two of Nike's new offerings. So here we have the GP Challenge Pro and here is the GP Challenge 1. Both look kind of similar in a way, but they both play really well. One's gonna fit more for a certain player than the other, and I'm gonna kind of get into that. Big thanks to Tennis-On for sending them to me to try and to review for you guys. Without them, it's not possible. So big thanks to them. But first, let's talk about the GP Challenge Pro. First of all, I like the look and the color of this one. I know that doesn't really matter, but I think this nice kind of mint green. A lot of my friends, they know I have a soft spot for like green, mint green, light green colors. So I do like the color of that one. They're both around the same price. I think this one's a little bit cheaper, the GP Challenge Pro. It does not have a Zoom Air unit underfoot right here. However, it does have the Zoom Air unit under the heel in the back right here. So that's the one main difference from like the structure of the shoe compared to this one. So it does not have the Zoom Air unit in the forefoot. And I also think the lateral flange here on the side is also a bit more pronounced. So I didn't notice it that much when comparing the two, but this one underfoot feels pretty solid. I was very skeptical going into both of these shoes just because I'm so used to this shoe, and this shoe plays extremely different. For those that don't know, this is the Nike Vapor 9.5. It's such a lightweight shoe, and using these was a little bit different, so I was skeptical. This one has a lot of foam underfoot in that forefoot. Like I said, it doesn't have the Zoom Air unit, but it does have a pretty thick stack of foam. Not that I want you guys to leave this video, but you guys can check out Pro Dog Zach. He makes great shoe reviews, and you can see in his video how he cuts the shoes open. There is quite a large stack of foam compared to a lot of shoes. Overall, I did enjoy it. It's more of a maximalist shoe. I felt pretty locked down. The grip on the shoe is pretty solid. I played on an indoor court. I could slide when I wanted to slide, but wasn't like crazy. There's a nice toe drag guard here as well. So if you guys enjoy sliding, or you drag your toe, or you have like the pinpoint stance and you drag your toe into your serve, this will work well. This is going to be a great fit for players that I think liked the GP Turbo line maybe before, but want to try something a tiny bit different, or maybe you come from the Vapor 9.5 or the Cage line or something like that, and you want to try something a little bit different. Now the Cage line, that does have a Zoom Air unit in the forefoot, where the Vapor line, the old Vapor line, did not. So if you want to try something that has more foam that still doesn't have the Zoom Air unit in the forefoot, this one will be a great offering. It's got a sweet color. I got locked down pretty good, and yeah, there is no major complaints other than actually when I'm sitting in the foot on court, I feel like these they were my size, they fit well, but like I felt like I could feel the end of the foam like ending, like a cut off almost, and like my big toe was like almost like I could feel it like going over the edge in a way of the foam. That's a very horrible way to explain it, to be honest, but I did kind of notice that, and I didn't love that feeling. However, I didn't have any like movement issues in them, which I was surprised because there's more foam. It's a very different shoe compared to what I'm used to. So that's the GB Challenge Pro. I think all levels of play can use this one for sure. And I mean, if you're a club player, you don't have to get this one. There's cheaper offerings for you, but definitely if you're, intermediate, advanced, college, high level, I think this one will work well if it really feels good on your foot. So make sure you can try it out in the store, of course, if you can before you buy it. So this is the GP Challenge Pro. The GP Challenge, I gotta make sure I said GP Challenge 1, yes, is a tiny bit different now. So this one has the Air Zoom unit up here where the other one did not. And honestly, I thought I was gonna hate this shoe. I did not like the GB Turbo, and I did not enjoy that feeling of like the bouncy pillow effect almost on the Air Zoom unit. That's not my favorite feeling. I like feeling really low to the ground, wide foot kind of feeling. And this shoe surprised me. So it does have the Air Zoom unit in the forefoot, and I actually moved quite well. Sometimes when I have very thick stacks of foam in shoes, just like the Air Zoom units or whatever you have in all this tech these days, when you have too much of it, sometimes I feel like for me personally, moving laterally becomes difficult. Always moving up and back has been easy with lots of foam or lots of tech or whatever you want to call it in shoes, but this one, I didn't have trouble moving laterally because I feel like sometimes when they have so much stuff in the shoes, in the forefooter and the heel, the shoe becomes heavy. Maybe it doesn't feel as good laterally because it's not as low to the ground. That's normally a trade-off with these kind of shoes. But I moved very good. In fact, I also feel like this helped me a lot on my serve because the Zoom Air, whatever you call it, in the forefoot, I feel like that gave me a little extra pillow pop kind of off the ground. There was cushion, but it also gave me some oomph going up with the ball in the serve. So I did enjoy that. Treads, it's very similar to the GP Challenge Pro, a tiny bit different. The lateral flange is not as pronounced on this one, but I didn't have trouble moving or anything laterally, which was great. I prefer the lockdown on this one, GP Challenge Pro. So I wish there was maybe like one more lace eyelid up here so I could kind of get a more lockdown feeling. But honestly, I would pick this one if I had to pick one. I was pleasantly surprised considering it's more of a maximalist shoe. It felt pretty light on my foot. The tech in the shoes didn't bother me as much as some other shoes have in the past. And honestly, I'm just very happy with this one overall. I would definitely pick the GB Challenge 1 over the Pro, but I think both will work well for a lot of players. And I think actually people that have gravitated more to shoes that have the Zoom Air unit will gravitate towards this one because it does have it in the shoe, especially in the forefoot. So it will be kind of more of a natural feeling. The other thing is this one has a super big toe guard. The tread comes up here and then it also wraps up around here. The only downside to this shoe, I guess two mini downsides. I wish it more had a lockdown feeling kind of up here or a little bit more around the ankle, but also up here in the toe box, it didn't have the issue with the foam that the other one did, but it felt very round, like extremely round. And maybe I need to break it in even more because I didn't use it for a very long time, but it kind of felt like a skate. If people ever put on a skate before, I used to play a lot of hockey, so sometimes when you put your foot in a skate, you feel that hard plastic and it's round up at the top, the end of the skate. And it kind of felt like that in a way. It wasn't a horrible feeling. It's just something I noticed And I think that's just because of this, hard rubber up here that is, the toe drag and like all this durability stuff that's going on here. That's the other thing. This Nike rubber, I think, is a lot better than some of the stuff they've used in the past. So, guys, with that, this is the GP Challenge Pro, GP Challenge 1, right here. You can pick them up on Tennis-On. If you don't live in Canada, you can pick them up on your store closest to you or online. Both great new shoes from Nike. I think they're going in the right direction with some of the stuff they have here. I just wish they would change a couple little things, and I actually wish they would keep this shoe around a little bit longer or make a new version of it. But maybe someday, maybe not. But this is the comparison between the GP Challenge 1 and GP Challenge Pro. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe. And be sure to use our code if you want to pick these shoes up on Tennis-On. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.